We will now create the wireframe geometry. First, make sure that 3D construction mode is enabled. Then, select the Planes Manager. Select the front plane. Make sure the Graphics, Construction, and Tool plane are set to front. Select Wireframe. And then select Rectangle. Change the width to 2 inches and the height to -1. Then press Enter. And make sure Anchor to Center and Create Surface are disabled. Then select the origin. Press OK to exit the command. Select Line Parallel. Select this line and pick a point above it. Enter the offset distance as 0.25 and press Enter. Then press OK to exit the command. Select Line Endpoints. Select this endpoint and sketch the second one roughly here. Change the length to 0.25 and the angle to 350. Then press Enter. Zoom in and select this endpoint. Sketch the second endpoint roughly here. Change the length to 1 and the angle to 150 degrees. Then press Enter. Press OK to exit the command. Click the arrow next to Circle Edge Point and select Arc Endpoints. Enter a radius of 5 and press Enter. Select this endpoint and then this one. Zoom in and select this arc to keep. Press OK and create new operation. Change the radius to 1.5 and press Enter. Select this endpoint and then this one. Select this arc. Then press OK to exit the command. Select Divide. Make sure the type is set to Trim. Select this entity, this entity, this one, and this one. Then press OK to exit the command. Now is a good time to save your file. Select Save As. Give your file a name and press Save. We will now create the revolved surface. Right-click in the graphics window and select the isometric view. Then right-click in the graphics window again, select Surface Color and change it to red. Select Surfaces. Then select Revolve. Change the selection method to Partial. Select the first entity here. Make sure the arrows are pointed upwards, and if they're not, click on the reverse button. Then select the last entity here. Press OK. Select this entity as the axis of rotation. Change the start angle to 247.5 and the end angle to 292.5. Then press Enter. If the surface is on the wrong side, select Direction 2. We are only creating one section of the geometry. Later, we will use Rotate to create the rest of the geometry. Press OK to exit the command. Change your view to Top. Then, in the status bar, click on 3D to toggle 2D construction mode. Press Alt-S on your keyboard to unshade the surface. Then, change the construction and tool planes to top. Select Line Endpoints. select the origin, and sketch the second endpoint roughly here. Change the length to 1.8 and the angle to 270 minus 11.25 and press enter. Press OK to exit the command. Change your view back to isometric. Select point position. Select the fast point icon and enter the coordinates as 0, comma, minus 1.25 and press enter. Then press OK to exit the command. Select line endpoints. Change your view to top. Select the point and sketch the second endpoint roughly here. Change the length to 0.35 and the angle to 180 plus 25 and press enter. Then press OK to exit the command. Select fillet entities. Change the radius to 0.15 and press enter. Select the first entity here and then this one. Then press OK to exit the command. From the Quick Mask bar, click on Select All Point Entities, then press Delete on your keyboard. Select Transform, and then select Mirror. Hold Shift on your keyboard and select this entity. Then press End Selection. Make sure the method is set to copy. Change the axis to Y-axis with an X offset of 0. Then press OK to exit the command. Right-click in the graphics window and clear colors. Return to Wireframe and select Arc Endpoints. Change the radius to 1.8 and press Enter. Select this endpoint and then this one. Then select this arc to keep. Press OK to exit the command. Click the arrow under Fillet Entities and select Fillet Chains. Change the selection method to Chain if necessary and select the chain. Then press OK. When the warning appears, select No. Change the fillet radius to 0.15 and press Enter. Press OK to exit the command. Select Transform, and then select Project. Hold Shift on your keyboard and select the chain. Then press End Selection. Change the method to Move. And for Project To, set it to Surfaces/Solids. Press Alt-S on your keyboard to reshade the geometry, and then select this surface. Press End Selection. Right-click in the graphics window and select the isometric view. Make sure Surface Projection Type is set to View. Then press OK to exit the command. Then clear colors. Hold Shift on your keyboard and select the chain, then press Alt-E to hide everything else. Return to Home, and under Analyze, select Analyze Chain, then select the chain, and press OK. Make sure the Analyze Chain dialog box has Overlapping Entities set to Display, and Direction Reversal is also set to display. Then press OK. There should be no overlapping entities and no direction changes. If there is, delete the chain and repeat the steps shown earlier in the video. zoom in. Press Alt-E on your keyboard to bring back the rest of the geometry. Hold Shift on your keyboard and select the chain. Then select Transform and select Translate. Make sure the method is set to copy. The number of instances is set to 1. And for the Z delta, enter -0.25 and press Enter. Press Alt-S if necessary to unshade the geometry. Press OK and clear colors. Right-click in the graphics window, select Surface Color, and change it to green. Select Surfaces, and then select Loft. Select the first chain here, and select the second chain here. Then press OK. Press Alt-S and rotate the part. The surface should appear as shown. If the surface is deformed or twisted, make sure that you select the chains exactly where I did, and that both are chained in the same direction. Make sure the entity is set to lofted. Then press OK. Return your view to isometric. Select Trim to Curves. Select this surface and press End Selection. Select this chain and press OK. Enable Split Model, and for Project Curves 2, set it to Normal 0.1. Then, click twice in an area outside of the chain. Press OK. Select the surface, and then select Translate. Set the method to Move, and set the Z delta to -0.25 and press Enter. Then press OK to exit the command. Then clear colors. Right-click in the graphics window, select Surface Color, and then select More Colors. Change the color to 138 and press OK. Select Fillet to Surfaces. Select the floor and press End Selection. Select the walls and press End Selection. Change the radius to 0.0625 and press Enter. Then click on Modify Normals. Zoom in. The arrows should be pointing inwards and upwards. If they're not, click on the surface to reverse them. Press Enter when you are finished. Enable Trim Surfaces, and make sure Automatically Preview Results is enabled. Press OK to exit the command. Return your view to isometric. Then save your file. Right-click in the graphics window and change the Z parameter to -1. Select Wireframe and then select Line Endpoints. Right-click in the graphics window and change the wireframe color to blue. Select this endpoint and sketch the second endpoint roughly here. Change the length to 1.75 and the angle to 292.5, then press Enter. Press OK and create new operation. Select this endpoint, sketch the second endpoint roughly here, change the length to 0.45 and the angle to to 345, then press Enter. Then press OK to exit the command. Select Transform, and then select Mirror. Select this line. Then press End Selection. Change the axis to Vector. Then click on Select, and select this line. Press OK to exit the command, and then clear colors. Select Fillet Entities. Change the fillet radius to 0.0625 and press Enter. Select this entity and then this one. Then press OK to exit the command. Zoom in on this area. Then select Break Two Pieces. Select the fillet. Then select the midpoint. Press Escape when you're finished. Then, delete these entities. Change the surface color to magenta. Select Surfaces, and then select Draft. Select the chain here, and then press OK. Change the length to 0.75 and the angle to -10 and press Enter. Press OK to exit the command. Select Wireframe. Click the arrow under Curved Slice and select Curve at Intersection. Select these surfaces. Then press End Selection. Then select these surfaces and press End Selection. Leave these values at their defaults and press OK to exit the command. Select Surfaces, and then select Trim to Curves. Select these surfaces and press End Selection. Make sure Selection Mode is set to 3D and select the chain here. Then press OK. Make sure Project Curves To is set to Normal 0.1. Enable Extend Curves to Edge and disable Split Model if necessary. Rotate the part and click twice in this area. Press OK and create new operation. Select this surface, and then press End Selection. Select the curve and press OK. Make sure Extend Curves to Edge is selected and Split Model is not. Then click twice in this area. Press OK and create new operation and select this surface. Press End Selection and select the chain. Then press OK. Click twice in this area. Then press OK to exit the command. Select Transform Mirror. Hold Shift on your keyboard and select this chain. Then select these two surfaces and press End Selection. For axis, change it to Y-axis and change the axis offset to 0. Then press Enter. Press OK to exit the command. Rotate the part and clear colors. Trim the surfaces using the same method as before. When you are finished, press OK to exit the command. Select Fillet to Surfaces. Select these two surfaces and press End Selection. Select this surface and press End Selection. When the warning appears, press OK. Select Modify Normals. Select each of the surfaces so that the arrows are pointing downwards and inwards. Then press Enter. Change the radius to 0.0625 and press Enter. Enable Trim Surfaces. The fillet surfaces are generated correctly, but the draft surfaces are not trimmed. To fix this, we will enable Extend Surfaces in the Advanced options. Select Advanced and enable Extend Surfaces. Then press OK and create new operation. Zoom out and rotate the part. Select these surfaces and end selection. Select this surface and end selection. Press OK, return to Basic, and select Modify Normals. Select these surfaces and press Enter. The settings should be retained from the previous operation. Press OK and create new operation. Select this surface and this surface. Then press End Selection. Select this surface and End Selection. Press OK, modify normals, and select this surface. Then press Enter. Press OK and create new operation. Select this surface and End Selection. Select this surface and End Selection. Press OK to exit the command. Select 3 Fillet Blend. Rotate the part and select these 3 surfaces. Make sure the blend method is 3 sides. Press OK and create new operation. Rotate the part and repeat the process with these surfaces. When you're finished, press OK to exit the command. We will now modify the surface color of these entities. Select each of the surfaces. Right-click in the graphics window, select Surface Color, and More Colors. Change it to 138 and press OK. Return your view to isometric. Select Transform, and then select Rotate. In the Quick Mask area, click on Select All Surface Entities. Then press End Selection. Change the number to 7 and the angle to 45 degrees. Then press Enter. Press OK to exit the command. Then clear colors. Right-click in the graphics window and change the Z position to 0. Select the Levels Manager. Change the name for level 1 to Wireframe Geometry. Change the level number to 2 and change the name to Toolpath Geometry. In the Quick Masks area, click on Select All Surface Entities. Return home and click on Change Level. Make sure the operation is set to Move and Use Active Level is enabled. Then press OK. Make sure level 2 is the active level and disable visibility for level 1. Then save your file.